broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Oh, can you hear that music? It's so epic. Welcome everyone. This is the Heroes AfterBuzz. You can find us on AfterBuzzTV.com, YouTube.com/AfterBuzz, iTunes, SoundCloud, all the whole shebang. But let's get right into it. Time is fleeting, and we have a 2-hour premiere to cover. My name is Jonathan Messa. I'm going to be your host, and to my left,
right here is Khalil Boo Boo, here to remind you that not all heroes wear capes. Some of them wear chains.
I don't get it. I don't get the chains.
It's part of my superpower.
Oh.
It's like my costume.
What does it do?
That and the bucket hat. It's part of the costume.
What can you do though?
I'm a super rapper.
Oh.
2 Chainz.
Super
you see that?
rapper.
2 Chainz, you get it?
I
And then like it's thick, and it's like the old 80s like rap style. Sitting next to me, the fabulous Roxy Star.
Oh yeah, that's what
I call her.
Yeah, because I'm a little bit of a rock star tonight.
She's my star,
swooping
guys.
in on the panel that I'm not even supposed to be here for. I'm Roxy Stryer, and I'm here instead of Marissa Serafini, who really wants to be here with you guys, and will be here next week, absolutely. And later on in the night, you'll have Steve Kaufman joining you.
Yeah, Steve Kaufman is going to be joining us on the couch, and he will be here with us for all of our Heroes panels, which is awesome.
People just popping in and out. It's very Heroes.
Right. It's a party.
Very Heroes-esque, right?
Yeah.
You know, multiple storylines. And
yes.
Speaking of storylines, ooh, can we jump right into this?
Let's jump right in.
Okay. I mean, guys, I think what they're really focusing on in terms of a main character from the original series is Noah Bennett.
Badass Bennett.
Badass Bennett with the horn-rimmed glasses.
Yes.
So, let's talk a little Bennett to kick things off right here.
Yeah, okay, so I just have to start by saying that you guys know I really enjoyed tonight's episode, but I didn't actually watch the original series. So I'm jumping on, I guess you could call me, what is it? I'm getting on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
I'm a freaking getting on the bandwagon. I hate being that person, but I am because I've heard such amazing things. I'm going to go back and binge. But when you guys are all like, we see Noah on screen, I just hear you guys screaming. You're like, it's Noah! I'm like, yeah, totally, it's Noah. I'm like, is he badass? You guys are like, he's the most. So I'm really excited about his character, and what happened tonight was bizarre and confusing in great ways.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely did that
Noah.
typical Heroes thing where they, give you lots of open-ended stories.
Yes.
You kind of don't know what's going on. They'll give you a word, it's happening tomorrow, but they're not going to tell you. And yeah,
They call it the epic.
Yeah,
and like, what does that even mean?
It's got to be epic, though.
Yeah, and so they do a cliche thing with Noah. I'm not crazy about. They do the memory loss thing with Noah Bennett. I'm not crazy about that whole concept, but it's sort of like I wrote down Men in Black 2, Tommy Lee Jones,
or like Memento. Or
yeah.
I understand and respect your position.
Yeah,
but I will say though, at least they set it up.
My position.
I know. Okay. How about although?
I respectfully disagree because
I respectfully agree. Although they did set up the Haitian like 4 seasons ago, so it's not like brand new. Like, oh, you just lost your memory.
Well, they murdered the Haitian. They killed the Haitian.
I know.
They did, and that was honestly shocking to me because when we saw him pop on screen, you guys were like, "The Haitian's back! He's back!" And so finally, when he dies, I felt like it was really not fair to him. He was trying to do something really good. He got totally screwed. He got the short end of the stick on this one.
Yeah.
I wanted to see more. Apparently, he was a very loved character.
Stay strong, Haitians.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I just realized something. It's why is the black guy got to be the first one to die?
Well, I thought that, but then he had like 4 seasons in, so I'm like, can I really say it? I don't think so.
I said it.
I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more people to die very quickly on the show. We saw some deaths tonight. We didn't get the names of them, but rest in peace to all those people that got shot from Triggerfinger.
Oh, yeah, Triggerfinger. Okay, there we go. So we've got these 2 killers on the loose.
Yes.
And really,
Joanna and Luke.
Yes, and they're not. It's not like they're out working for anyone. They're not working for some government or company. They are literally there for revenge because their son was blown up, which just seems a little odd. Their son was blown up. He was an Evo.
Yeah.
And so now they're gonna go kill all Evos. I mean, just the motivation seems a little odd to me.
How long did it take you guys to realize they were a couple? Was it not until one of them referred to? Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I was thinking these are two partners in crime. Like I saw no sexual tension there at all.
At all.
They seem like the love is gone and they're just kind of on the same journey and they don't even really. One of them is on it for a different reason than the other. I don't think that they're on the same page right now.
I completely agree. It doesn't seem like this is a relationship that's gonna last.
I don't know. If you're running and gunning with your wife, I feel like that's some Bonnie and Clyde shit. You're like...
That's true. That's true, yeah.
Yeah, but Bonnie and Clyde, I mean, there's chemistry and tension
That
between
is
the
true.
two.
Like, you kill somebody and she's like, oh. Like, he kills somebody and it's like, why didn't you kill him sooner?
But I will say they're more like a real marriage. They're more like an actual. If like this is like so, Bonnie and Clyde
is
is like
what real marriage looks like.
This is real marriage. Like this is real marriage right here. If my wife shot someone, he'd be like, "Gosh, why are you always shooting people?
Right?
Gosh, you are so aggravating
It's
to
just
me
so
right now."
frustrating sometimes when you kill all of these people and I have to clean up your mess. Gosh, Joanna, why?
Why do you have bullets?
That's kind of what it was like, though. Like, I felt like Luke really was the problem solver. She just kept making problems, and he was like, all right, if we're here, I'm going to use my brain and the darkness, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot at the light. He was kind of like Tom Cruise in this. Like, he just was very, like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to fix this problem. And she was like, in her own world, sometimes it gets cloudy, and I can't see. I didn't even know what she was talking about.
You're right. They were doing that whole, like, Chekhovian thing, that Chekhov, like, the guy is talking to her, but she's really just talking to herself and, like, not listening at all. Like, it was like, yeah, it was like, it was the Cherry Orchard all over again.
Right.
That's what it was.
So I feel like somehow she's convinced him to be on this journey, but we were kind of had different theories throughout, and I didn't know if he might be an Evo himself, if she obviously didn't know that. Maybe he changed his name at some point or something was up with him, but I definitely don't think he's in this the same way she is. And that's why I think that he was trying to help out Tommy a little bit. I felt like he was trying not to just kill Tommy and not to cut his throat immediately.
I completely agree with that. Yeah.
She was ready to murder him real quick.
Real quick.
She did not care. She did not care that he was a little boy. She was done.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say she's not going to survive too long. Just going to go out on a limb. So I think she's dying soon.
Our second black person dead very quickly then?
Oh, yo, that's all I know. I'm telling you.
I'm not dying. Damn it. I'm going to be here.
We're keeping you around. I'm the one dying off this panel, so good work, team.
Oh, something that struck me in the show. Okay, so Noah's daughter Claire, all right? The cheerleader, save the world, back from the olden days. The whole concept that she was blown up. She can't be blown up.
Yeah, she's not dead.
Yeah.
She's still out here running these streets.
Because she's on Nashville.
That's what every single person in the chat is talking about right now.
Yeah.
David Coca says, Claire survived a nuclear explosion in her house.
Hi,
so
Dave.
How did this explosion kill her? Boo 69Bs, which is also just boobies, I think, says, what I'm confused about is where is Claire?
She's on Nashville.
Chaos
Claire's on Nashville.
13212 says technically Claire can die. I'd like to hear how.
I
Yeah, she
can
can.
explain.
She can die.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
kill Claire.
Okay, so
was it
explain.
destruction of the brain?
They killed her last season.
What was that?
Didn't they kill her, like, almost? And then it was like he hit right here.
Yeah, it's the same thing as Wolverine. I mean, it's got to destroy the brain.
This is an interesting theory, and if you guys don't know what I'm talking about in the chat, we mentioned earlier, we're on YouTube, so you can join us live. This is from Aaron Schmelling, says, maybe something was in the place that stopped Claire's powers. There was an eclipse, and Claire died during that.
That's another possibility.
Yeah.
Someone who takes your
Yeah.
power away. But we
Steve
know
Kaufman's
now.
in the chat with us, too. It's great.
Hi, Steve.
Steve, if you're get in here. No, it's interesting about Claire and that whole concept that she's dead, but she's not dead, and then we find out luckily she's not. I mean, essentially, she's not dead. We just don't know.
Well, she's MIA,
She's MIA.
which means she could be dead.
Yes, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
But
She's probably off doing some heroic shit. I'm sure of it.
Exactly. That's her
Yeah,
MO.
she's
The way
off-
that they do that. The way they do that heroic shit.
These heroes.
Yeah.
So let's talk about a lot of our new characters.
Okay.
We've got all these new characters in the show.
Who do you want to attack first?
Well, how about? I mean, I don't look it. I'm actually Latin. I'm a Hispanic. I'm a full-blooded Latino.
So
I
you're
do-
going
fooled me.
Carlos?
Yeah, I'm going Carlos. Yes, I'm going. El Vendedor. I'm going with it. So let's do it. The Avenger.
Now, I think he's an Evo. He just doesn't know it yet. I think he is.
Can your Evo powers be suppressed for
Yes.
that long?
Yeah.
Yeah, because last year we had the guy who was running for office. I forget his name right now, but remember he learned how to fly.
Oh, but he knew. Oh, wait.
No, he didn't.
The brother.
Yeah, the brother.
Yeah.
Do you think there are many newbies like me? Do you think that I'm going to be accepted amongst your heroes crew, or do you
Definitely.
think that
Yeah.
we'll,
Definitely.
we'll be
She's
okay?
with me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I tell you
him,
what,
Clue.
if you're on the chat, let us know.
Yeah, if you're new, make me feel loved. Tell me
Yeah.
you're new too.
Yeah.
Because you're telling it's important information for me to know that this can be suppressed. I wonder if they'll go back and explain that.
What was
I don't know.
not.
I don't know about suppress, but
No, or what's it like your
you just might not be aware.
No, I'm saying that your Evo powers are suppressed.
No,
That's
yes,
what I mean.
yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if it's suppressed.
I'll tell you
might
what.
not
This
just
is
be
what they're. This
Oh.
is something you're seeing with him, though. You're seeing the drink. You're seeing him drinking a lot. I guarantee you, it's going to be one of those
Alcohol?
things. Yeah, that's his power. He never gets drunk. No,
I got that power, too.
If he were to stop drinking, then maybe his power would appear.
Ah.
See what I'm saying? It's the alcohol is acting as a suppressant.
Right.
That's a possibility.
That's interesting. However, how about when he was a kid? You know, so he's a war hero now, or that's what he's being called. He claims that he isn't one. So I wonder if maybe he has been drinking for a while, and before that he just kind of like there was other problems, anger problems, or whatever. But I kind of agree. I think I could definitely see him having powers.
Yeah.
Boobies loves your Deadpool jacket. by the
Oh,
way.
thank you. Look, this is Heroes, guys. This is our first episode of Heroes, Volume 1, The Awakening, Chapter 1, Brave New World. And so I had to wear my favorite hero. This is Deadpool right here. I've got Deadpool shirt, Deadpool jacket. This is what it's all about. I love my Deadpool.
Awesome.
Daquan Jenkins says hero's power can be suppressed, but it was usually by the Haitian.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Haitian did that. Yeah,
So
I
now,
forgot about that.
But now the Haitian's gone.
Maybe
Well,
the Haitian
that-
has a son. I don't know.
A lot of theories being thrown out there. A lot of theories.
But so we have oh goodness, what was his name?
Tommy?
Carlos died.
Jose.
Carlos is dead. Jose's the kid, and he
Right.
could phase through.
No.
He's the kitty pride.
Carlos didn't die. Oscar died.
No, Oscar died.
Oscar died. Thank you, Carlos. Okay, so Oscar dies.
El Vangator.
Vangador, yeah.
And Jose can phase. He's the kitty pride. And Carlos. Now, I just want to throw one last thing out. Would be an interesting power. One of my favorite powers in all of like comic book history is luck. That would be an interesting power for Carlos. If you look at the way he's a war hero, it's not like he actually did anything. It would be really interesting if he does things not on purpose. He's just lucky.
That'd
be
is a
cool.
really interesting thing. Oh, I like that. I
slip
like
that
that
underneath
theory.
there, yeah.
You can write these down and take credit for them.
Rossi,
I
what
read a
would be
lot of
your
comic
power?
books.
I don't know what mine would be.
You've definitely given this thought.
Of course, I've given it thought. I'm definitely somebody who would really benefit from flying. I'm very slow. I'm a very slow person.
Wait, we just look who we have. We have Steve.
I've been sitting here the whole time.
Oh, this
kidding.
is awkward.
no, he phased through.
Oh, well, this is
he's
terrible.
he's an Evo.
Yeah, but I'm just confused how you could join our chat, but you couldn't sit on the couch. Like, well,
I was watching the last 5 minutes, and I thought it would be cool to
Oh,
jump into
you're
the
on
chat and
Twitter,
help
got
everybody in.
Awesome.
I'm not that inconsiderate.
I thought he was blowing us off for the chat because he likes you guys better than us, which I understand. I
Basically.
like you guys better than them too.
I like you guys a lot, and I'm in the chat as well. Get this cord.
Oh,
there we go.
he's got the power of multitasking.
Oh, that's a good power.
Isn't it a great power?
Yeah. Flight.
Yeah, flight's a good one.
Oh, we're talking about what power we want?
Yeah.
What's yours?
What Peter Petrelli had, mimicry.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's kind
That's
of
cool.
a cop-out power.
What,
It is.
Well, I mean,
That's
there-
like saying the Beatles is your favorite band.
But
Yeah.
and then he had it where he could hold multiple ones, right?
5. Oh no. It was it was by season 4.
Yeah,
he was
could've-
limited. Yeah.
He was limited, but he had it like there wasn't a number per se. But
Yeah.
similar to what
Yeah.
Siler did,
Yeah.
without killing people.
Right.
We have to
Yes.
go back to Carlos. We
Yes.
have to.
Let's
We-
get
Okay.
in there.
Because I think that I really am enjoying this storyline. He seems incredibly troubled, and I feel like a lot of these people are troubled by their powers, and he's just a troubled person right now. So I think he's very relatable. And so I'm really liking what they're doing. And now he has this added responsibility because his brother is dead and his brother's son is still alive. So if he's ever going to step up to the plate, now's the time. The whole priest scene kind of confused me, though. And
The smoker.
you guys made fun of me about that.
The priest that can turn into smoke. I
Yes.
enjoyed that. That was fun.
Yeah, it was interesting. Strange power to have for sure.
Yeah, I thought so too. And when he just smoked his way through, I laughed. This is one thing I had to write down this note. I actually really enjoyed the episode. However, how come we didn't upgrade our graphics from the last Hero
I was
season?
thinking that.
Well,
I was thinking that.
The budget stayed the same.
Oh, really?
Things can't be perfect.
Honestly, I thought that when we were watching some of the parts, that because we did see some video game stuff, some of it looked like it was video game stuff that wasn't, and that's when I was like, "Ooh, the budget on this is a little strange."
Yeah, like nothing will annoy me more than a low CGI.
Yeah.
Or even CGI in general. Like I prefer a practical effect.
Yeah.
Because a practical effect will hold up, whereas
Yeah.
a CGI, like even the best CGI 10 years later will be like, ugh.
Even like with the butterfly in the beginning, it was kind of like, guys.
Yeah.
The video game didn't look too bad though.
We all
When they
still
went-
like the show, right?
Yeah.
I missed.
I actually really enjoyed
But
I'm
the-
joining
yes.
late. We may.
The video.
This might be the We Hate Heroes podcast.
We're picking it apart a little bit. 'Cause
Okay.
there were little things.
No, you've definitely joined a we really enjoy this show and need more podcasts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then okay, I'm in the right room. There are a couple doors.
Yeah, next door. You just get up, walk out.
Next door was the We Hate Heroes
Drop
podcast.
by.
Oh, yes, that's going on. You can find that also on AfterBuzz. No, it's not on the show. Tommy.
Tommy, I like Tommy a lot.
He's my favorite character.
I like Tommy.
Yeah, I'm feeling him and Emily totally. There's some young love going
Your
on.
secret's safe with me.
All right, but that
Aw.
was really cute. And the whole Brad situation, who was such a bully, and now he's friends with Tommy because he thinks Tommy did something that Tommy totally didn't do.
I feel like we're on the same page. That's just such an overly stereotypical bully.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
a dad that beats him. And I'm
It
like,
is.
do they even make
is.
bullies like that anymore?
Not only that, I don't
I
understand
think they do.
bullies like
I-
that because you saw his power. You know what he could do to you. Like, that's not a kid you want to mess with. Like, you're not going to be forcing him to make your dad disappear.
I would never talk to that kid ever again.
No.
I
Yeah,
certainly
right.
wouldn't
Good.
tell on him.
And then I'd see people like try to pick on him, and I'd be like, dude,
Yo,
dude,
yo,
don't-
yo,
Yeah.
chill, chill.
talk
Don't
to
do
that
that.
kid.
Don't do that.
But I also would have played it smarter. Like, if I was Brad and that was my girlfriend and I felt like she was crushing on him, I would make it seem like she told me about the power, not that I saw it, so that she looks like the asshole, and then he doesn't like her anymore, so he leaves alone my girlfriend. And that's called being diabolical.
But
It's
you know
called
what they
being a
did?
manipulative female.
Yeah, but they did. Yeah, I know, because they did clearly show that he's not smart.
Yes, that's
because
true.
there was something that Tommy said to
said
him,
it,
and
yeah.
he was like,
Whatever that means.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like so, Brad.
I'm
It's Brad,
calling
not-
him Brad.
Brad, I'm
Brad's
pretty
a
sure
bully.
he's
Brad the bully.
Brad
sure
the
he's
bully.
Brad the bully.
Yeah, he wasn't the brightest bulb, but I loved that. I loved, after his father disappeared because Pennyman did something, that he went ahead and he hugged it out, bro. He hugged it out.
Hugged it out.
As
Hug
most
it out.
bullies do.
Yeah, yeah. He just wanted that Fight Club hug, cry in the chest. That was really nice.
He got it.
Yeah.
Good for you, Brad.
Yeah.
You go,
Go,
Brad. No, I really love Tommy because I think that he is somebody who has a good heart and he's been given these powers and he's very confused by it. I think they hit us over the head a little too hard when not only did we see the flower and the ice cream, but then we also have to say out loud, wherever you're thinking about is where it must
Yeah.
go. And I was like, I got that.
He's a kid discovering a power.
That's true.
Like he acts as a good avatar for them to make it very simple.
Yeah, that's definitely true. It was a little expo for me, but
Yeah.
it was
necessary.
Yeah, I was glad to see it, and the flower looked very cold. So get that flower blanket.
I actually thought it was part of the ice cream. Was that the only one? And
It's
I was
part of the flavor.
Yeah, because I've seen
Orchid
cake
flavored
with
ice
flowers on it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And they were like all shocked, and I was like, what's the problem?
That's for flavor.
Yeah,
Right.
the thing is though, it's actually because the flour was in there. That's technically cross contamination, and that whole company went down. And they have a B rating now, so they can't serve ice cream.
Very
They're actually
nice.
going out of business. Yeah, cross contamination.
All because of
First
heroes.
week, he's getting fired already.
So we all agree we like Tommy.
Yeah, we
Oh,
do.
love Tommy.
Yeah.
Coming from the chat, David Coco
They like
says
him.
Tommy doesn't know who his dad is. Could it be someone from the original series?
Ooh.
Please.
I love it.
His dad is Peter.
Thank you.
Yeah.
One of the I was gonna say one of the Petrellis, probably Peter.
Yeah.
Peter
think
looks
we
like he's running and gunning. a little bit.
Mama, Mama is slated to be in this season at some point,
Mm-hmm.
so that would make sense.
Mama.
Yeah, Peter's Angela.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Nathan Petrelli had children
Yes.
already.
Yeah.
in-
Yes.
by
Yeah.
the, like
He did.
so. I feel like we'd know. I don't think that's him, but we can always see Nathan Petrelli's children. And
Yeah.
his wife survived.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure. Lots of.
I go,
She's
yeah,
saying
I
like she
watched,
saw
yeah.
the episode.
No, I was just thinking about sometimes with these young actors, it can be very hit or miss. Like, you cast them and you can be like, oh, they're doing the best they can, but they're so young. I thought he did such an amazing job. And I watched him from Once Upon a Time play Peter Pan, and he can be as manipulative as I was just speaking about before. So I think he kicks ass. I'm really excited to see his storyline.
Yeah, no, he was definitely a better actor than some of the adults, that's for sure. And probably many of them. Like, okay, so there's Phoebe's brother. Oh, gosh.
The big guy.
The big guy. What's
that was running around with
small.
Noah.
I'm with you.
Well,
What is his name? I don't think his name was spoke very much.
I swear. I mean, and I saw all the. I don't know if you guys saw there's 6 episodes of like pre-show heroes that leads into this, and then you can watch that online, and it's all about him and his sister Phoebe.
Quinn.
Thank you.
Quentin.
Okay.
Quentin Frady, and then.
Yes.
Phoebe Frady.
Yeah, and now the character is cool. You got this, conspiracy guy who's actually right about everything. And
Did she have red hair also?
Phoebe? Was she blonde or was she?
Did she have a red beard?
She did not have a red beard.
She
That
was
did not happen.
Okay, fair.
That's part
I
of her
would have
power.
remembered that.
Fair answer.
That was her power. She grew red beards. No,
I would take
So
it.
suck it.
but he wasn't the strongest actor. That was my big thing with him.
I think we can give him some time.
Yeah.
Give bearded men a chance.
I didn't have a problem with him.
His character is kind of manic, so it's always hard to tell. It's like that kind of came out of nowhere, but sometimes everybody has those friends where when they get mad, it comes out of nowhere. So it's like it really did seem off, but maybe that's who he is. Maybe that's the character choice.
Next week, once they settle into just regular
What's
life.
what's happening,
We'll
yeah.
just get to meet this guy. Like, so hey, what's up, Noah?
Yeah.
We're gonna go team up, and then he'll get depth.
Yeah.
And then things will get crazy. Like, oh my god, everything's getting crazy.
Nice.
Or they could just cast me. I'm giving them an audition right now.
They could just cast me.
You just redden your beard. I mean, you're good to go.
You're
Guys,
good to
type
go.
him up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Brilliant,
Thank you.
sir. People in the chat really want to talk about Pennyman. They're calling him
Pennyman?
Pennyman.
Is that what we're gonna go with?
Pennyman.
That's what he
Yeah.
was. That's what he was in my notes.
Yes.
Pennyman.
Yes, I have that too.
How do you say that without an accent? Like, I feel like it's like Pennyman or something.
Pennyman. Penny then man.
I think he's a good guy.
Like that. Oh.
I think he's a good guy as well.
I think he's a good guy.
They're definitely making him seem like he's not, which is how you
'Cause he's
know.
creepy.
But they do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, which is
in
how you know a
Heroes.
show
That-
probably
yeah.
is. But he is creepy. I definitely don't trust him, even if he is a good guy. I think he's out for his own motives, whatever those are. I can't picture him just purely looking out for Tommy or for any of these people.
I think he's looking out for a cause
Yeah.
that none of it, in typical Heroes fashion, none of us can understand at episode 1.
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah.
Like he could have said it, or we could hear it at this point, and we don't even understand. Like there's so many layers to get to
Exactly.
before. Like, oh,
Yeah.
that's
It's
what
all set up.
Pennyman
Yeah.
has been like similar to the first season of the original Heroes. Noah Bennett was portrayed as this villain,
Yes.
who just happened to be Claire's dad, and like
Yeah.
it took an entire season to understand he loves Claire so much that he'll do as much as he
Anything.
can through Primatech.
Yeah.
And I think
the company.
The company.
company.
Do we know? First of all, I have 2 questions. Maybe
Please.
you guys know this. The first one is: do we know why for 4 years they didn't speak? Is that something that they covered on the old Heroes? Why
Claire
and
and
her
Noah?
dad?
Yeah.
Well, he said that we had a fight, and they had a fight in the
They
season
did,
finale because she wanted to tell everybody, and he
So that's the fight that he's referring to.
Yes.
more
I'm
than
guessing.
likely. That's likely the fight he's
Because
referring
then
to.
she ran away to the circus.
Well, she ran away to the circus and called all the media there, and then jumped off a giant thing in front of all the media, exposing the world to the fact that there are heroes.
Yeah.
So here we are 5 years? 5
years.
Here we are 5 years after that fact. So everyone in the world knows that the Evos, as they're called, walk among us,
Yeah.
and that's the groundwork that's set.
Yeah. She
Got
broke
it.
the ice.
Okay.
And that was the fight because he wants to protect her. His whole
Yeah.
goal in all of it was to protect her.
Claire.
And then she goes and does that. And
By
then
not
it's like,
talking to her, though, that's not really protecting her. That's being stubborn.
Well, that he said 4 years ago, and if 5 years ago, if the series ended 5 years ago, you could argue, Or he said in the voicemail 4 years, and
Yeah,
that was
he
a
said
full
4
year.
Yeah,
it's likely the last time we saw Claire was the last time Noah saw Claire.
Okay.
I would go with that.
So that was my first one, and the second one I was about to ask, I think might have just been answered in the chat before I even asked it. But what exactly Pennyman is doing with these pennies? And David in the chat says Pennyman takes people's thoughts and puts them into the pennies and collects them.
That sounds right.
I'd like that. Yeah.
And he has a briefcase full of them, so he
That
probably
may-
has everybody's.
Penny for your thoughts.
That's a lot of pennies to keep up
Legitimately.
with.
Thoughts.
So he's literally stealing thoughts and putting them in pennies.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pennies.
Like a pensive.
Yeah, but so then
I
how
think
does
all
that
day.
make the dad disappear? Like, what is the dad that he makes disappear, the stepdad? How does the penny do that then?
got-
He could have just like killed that dad.
Oh.
Like he could have killed that dad and then buried him.
You
he's-
think that
he's-
the Pennyman killed the dad and buried
Yeah.
him?
I
No,
know
he's-
that I'm
that's too much work
proposing
for
a
him.
possible solution.
It's
I think
a
it's.
lot of work for him.
I feel he may.
You know what? One day he's going to pull out a penny with the face of the dad. There it is, right there.
Then maybe he
puts him
can
in the-
store a whole person in the. Or you need a quarter.
Oh, no, that's
Oh.
good.
50
He's
cent-
got one. He's got a
50
50
cent
cent
piece.
piece. Yeah, that's funny. I like it.
Could he possibly have the same power as Tommy and he can send people places and right now he's sending them somehow into these pennies?
But then how do we explain the interrogation scene where the guy maybe he has Tommy's same power, but he's learned to hone it beyond sending whole people whole places,
Right.
and you can dig into someone's deepest innermost thoughts and just take those and put them in a penny.
Yeah.
You know that we did find from the original series that all the powers evolve themselves.
That too.
And
Yeah.
so we this could be an evolution of a similar power. So I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to find out down the road a little bit. I do want to jump to our video game.
Yes, Katana.
Yes, Katana.
That was probably like one of the
Nico.
things that really stuck out to me when the guy got in the game. He called himself Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, yes.
That was a very black
Leroy
name.
Jenkins. So Leroy Jenkins is a very famous reference from World of Warcraft.
Ah,
There's a player called Leroy
Wow.
Jenkins. They even had on Jeopardy a question about Leroy Jenkins. He's one of the most famous World of Warcraft players.
So
and he's
educate
famous,
us.
Look
yeah,
at
he's
you.
famous
Drop
for
it.
this incredible video where it's this long setup where he's with like 20 guys and they're about to run through this room of dragon eggs and they all gonna possibly die. So this guy's planning and planning and planning, and then there's one guy, Leroy Jenkins. His character is sitting there. And he's not listening because he's making chicken. The story goes he was actually in his kitchen making chicken. So he comes back as everyone's about to run in, and he just screams, "All right, chumps, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!" And he runs in to the dragon
Yeah.
eggs. And then so everyone goes, "Save him! Save him!" And they run in, and everyone dies. And everyone just gets horribly murdered. And it's a famous online YouTube video. One of the big ones.
now I'm
There
gonna
it
go
is.
watch it.
That's
That's
thank
Leroy
you.
Jenkins.
Know your meme, dog.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
gonna go do
I
that.
actually didn't know.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know the origin of Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah, just
I hear it all the time.
YouTube Leroy Jenkins.
Dropping
It'll come up.
knowledge.
I thought that was just a black name that they chose, and I was like, "Oh, that's funny."
Yeah, it is. It's a very good. I was actually a professional video game player for a short while. In 2006,
Really?
I was a Spike TV's Ultimate Gamer in 2006.
Whoa,
So you
look
must
at
have loved
here.
the
For Madden
storyline.
football. Oh, and yeah, I'm a massive gamer. I still play like competitively every once in a while, but I have kids now, so I don't have the time for it. Anyways, I play League of
Look
Legends.
at this guy.
But so we've got a video game. But my thing is, where is this going?
Well, how's it going to tie into all of the other things? Because you know it's going to. What's your okay?
It's Hiro Nakamura's sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
You guys there was a silence there. I was like, you guys didn't catch
Yeah,
that?
but
I
Pretty
did.
obvious.
No, I caught that.
Do we think it's Hiro's daughter? And do we think
I didn't think about that.
time traveling becomes interdimensional traveling? And that
Well,
he sets up a massive video game for his daughter to go through?
He didn't have time traveling. He had.
Wait,
He was,
Hiro Nakamura was time traveling.
Heroes. Time
Hero
travel.
was time travel. Okay, you know who I'm thinking about? The guy who lives forever.
I'm so new.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah.
The
fresh.
guy who.
Tell me
What's
what's
his
going
name?
on.
Okay, so
you know
Hiro
him, the guy who lives
Nakamura-
forever.
Yes.
Hiro Nakamura is arguably the most famous character from the original series.
Yeah,
He's right up there
Yeah.
with Noah. Like he's a badass
Yeah,
with
he's-
Noah.
he's
He's
the-
right up there.
Yeah,
with
he
him.
controls time and space.
Yeah.
And I
This
mean,
is a refresher for you guys at home, okay?
yeah,
George Takei played his father
right.
in the second season.
That's right. Yeah, and so Hero's going to make an appearance at some point in this series.
We saw him in the preview.
Yes, exactly. So I like the fact that a tie-in here but could it be his daughter? It doesn't make sense. He didn't. But then again, he time
wasn't.
travels.
You saying he wasn't getting none?
Well, he did time go back. No, but no, she died.
Well,
The guy
Oh
who
yeah, he
died
had the
her.
girl.
Anytime you're talking about time travel in general, all bets are off.
That's true.
We could be
Very
flat
true.
out in the canon of the story told we're wrong, and then a couple episodes later, nope, that's his daughter.
And we did see a picture of her father. Remember, they showed a picture of he was older
It was
gentleman.
an older gentleman of Japanese descent.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure where this story is going, but I really liked it, and it's for the reason that Dallas Jackson said in the chat. I like Nico's power. It's pretty original, apart from the other powers Heroes has shown.
That's
I
true.
agree with that.
It's very true.
This is like never. I wasn't getting bored of any of the storylines, but the second that we would go to this, I'd be like, this is something new and fresh, and my mind is like completely switching
So-
gears, which is very cool.
As
Yeah.
far as we can tell, Miko's powers, she can go into video games.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
when she comes out,
She was-
she's somewhere else in
Yeah.
like real world.
Sometimes,
Like Tomorrowland.
sometimes she sometimes she ends up in her house, and sometimes like when she got hit she ended up in her house, but when she put the sword back on herself she ended up
in
wherever
a building.
wherever that was,
The tower. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
the tower that her dad was in the video game. So it's interesting. I don't know how. What's you're looking at me like I said something wrong.
No, you're not.
I think we're just all confused.
confused about it, yeah.
Yeah.
We're working it out in the room.
Yeah.
Because now I'm thinking about like, well, what is the video game and how does it relate to like the real life? You know what I mean?
I'm with you. Like, how does the video game
Yeah.
correlate?
For you to move north or west or whatever.
This is a good point from Daquan says.
What do you got?
Is that her power or anyone's power who grabs the sword?
I
Go
feel.
ahead, Daquan.
I feel we'll
one.
know. I
Good
feel
one.
like we'll know next week.
Yeah.
My guess is that it's just hers.
She said, "Don't touch my sword," which made me feel like it was the swords a little
But
bit.
the sword was in the last.
Yeah,
that's
it's
Hero
Hiro
Sword.
Nakamura's
Yeah.
sword.
Right,
Yeah,
but maybe
so-
not anybody, but maybe a select few people. Maybe not just her then.
Bloodline?
Yeah, bloodline
Possibly
or
a
something
bloodline,
like
or
that.
there's something. She has some type of power that she has to hold. She has to wield the sword, and the sword can bring her into the video game. And the video game is another dimension, which would play into Hero's powers.
Yeah.
That's the best I can do. Otherwise, taking the story as it is. She or the sword can get into video games.
Yeah. It's a tough one. It's I think one of the biggest mysteries so far. I think. We did cover the Haitian's death. Did you miss the Haitian's death?
No, I saw the Haitian's death.
No, in our conversation.
I didn't. What did you guys say about the Haitian's death?
I was really sad about it
I
because
was
they
sad
were so
about the Haitian.
excited about the Haitian. I don't know the Haitian.
The Haitian was bad.
Yeah. He was really scary in the beginning, but then
He's like, "Why are you trying to
After a
kill me, Haitian?"
And he was like,
You
"'Cause
told
you
me
told me
to."
to.
Yeah, that was devastating.
That
Why
was.
did he tell him to? What doesn't he want him to remember? It's got to be about the daughter and what happened there.
I think it's
Yeah.
about
I'm along for the ride.
Project Epic or just
Okay, yeah.
Epic.
Yeah.
Project Epic launches tomorrow.
but Heroes doesn't come on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow in the show. So Thursday.
Gotta wait a whole week.
And we're going to
We're gonna have to jump
Midian.
into the video game to figure
Right.
out what happens. Yeah, we got to go there because we got to get Molly.
Yes, there we go.
Good
yes.
golly.
You guys in the chat, you don't know what that is.
That's why you guys are kicking me off next week because I make
Yeah.
jokes like that. Thank you.
So many rim shots.
we need
I think it's
more of
Alexis
that.
in the booth. Thank you.
Here we got a rim
It's
shot.
Alexis in the booth. What up?
What's up? I appreciate the love and support.
Always, always.
So essentially, what's happening? It looks like with Molly Walker is they're doing a la what is that? The Captain America, the second movie. The second of Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
with the targeted like destruction of an entire species. Where like in the movie they had they were
They
able
could targeted destruction of people.
Yes.
Of dissidents, as it was dissidents to them, and it was always kind of Hydra.
yes, that's what it seems like is going on
But he
here.
said they learned how to monetize them. Did that mean they sold that technology to the highest bidder, and then they were going to terminate all the heroes, all the Evos?
No.
I mean, this is a question.
Or are they going to locate all the Evos, round them all up at once, like have a drone big enough to pick them up or anything like that, and then put them all in one place, and then harness their power?
I was thinking this
Any
is like
of those things.
Yeah,
I'm a diabolical.
Yeah,
villain.
I was thinking very linear here, that they are going to use Molly to locate all Evos and murder them essentially with one strategic strike. That was my thought, but that is a very linear way of thinking. You definitely have a much more interesting, complex way of looking at it.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I would agree with that.
I do.
I'm wrong a lot. don't get it twisted. When I'm right, it's like, wow, he was right, and then the other 2 times, it's like, wow, he was incorrect.
Well, because you really step out on a ledge there.
I
and
do.
that's why we love having you on the after show.
Yeah.
Okay, in the chat they want to know, is it the same Molly from the original?
It is.
Yes,
it is.
it is.
It is the same
She's
Molly.
grown and sexy now.
Wait, that's the same girl. That's
it's
not the same girl.
actress.
No,
Yeah,
not the
thank
same
you.
actress.
Okay,
but-
It's a kid.
The child actress who played Molly Walker is. I was just on the page.
Yeah, she's a little hottie right now.
Jeez. Like she aged 10 years in 5 years. I was
Wonder how
what
she picked
happened there?
Zoe.
That's actually not a good thing.
The child actress who played Molly Walker is Adair Tischler, and then the actress who we saw tonight is Francesca Eastwood.
And
Okay.
the Eastwood,
Eastwood.
like related to Scott and Clint.
1 second.
Yeah, you let me know. While we're waiting on that, I just wanted to jump back really quick to something in the chat talking
yes.
about Nico. Oh, related to them?
Related.
Well, no wonder she's
Clint,
so
Clint
hot
Eastwood's,
and talented.
Clint Eastwood's daughter.
I'm shocked.
And boom.
Yeah. And then Scott's sister. Jumping really quickly back to video games. Nisaid5674 says, I think if she gets hurt, she ends up where she started, and if she wants to leave, she ends up where she closed it. And then Lydia said something that I thought was interesting:
Oh.
cheat codes for infinite lives, which I think is a joke, but I wonder how many video game things she can bring back into the real world.
Oh, it's like Freddy Cougar.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the dream thing in Freddy. Oh,
Exactly.
you could like grab people and that's cool.
Right, like if you're allowed to bring whatever. So I think that maybe that's how it could start to relate. Like she goes in the video game, she gets things that they need in the world.
that's
or something.
interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry, we can
like
go back to Molly.
Oh, okay. We do have to wrap up. I kind of want to do something since this is our first episode here. I just want to go around before we say goodbye and just one thing you learned. One thing you learned.
What? Putting us on the spot,
Yeah.
guys. He didn't tell us before.
No, what's one thing you learned? This is I can't take credit for this idea. It's a Fox Sports thing. Yeah. What's one thing you learned?
I love that he starts with the couch. We get to go last.
Right.
That Claire didn't die
Claire is most likely alive.
in Nashville.
Yeah. One thing you learned.
That I should go back and watch Heroes.
Yeah.
it's on
yeah, you
Netflix.
have to go. Yeah. Yeah.
It's on Netflix.
And then I have no
Yeah.
excuse.
It's right
It's
there.
on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
One thing you learned.
I learned that there is some Asian guy walking around the ice in Canada that cut his hand off to fly, and we just act like that never happened and never went back to it.
No.
Well,
He was in the meeting.
He died in the
was
He was
meeting.
at that meeting and he
Oh,
died.
right.
A bunch of those
Yeah.
people were just in the
Oh,
meeting.
right.
And that's what you learned.
That's what I learned. Yeah, I learned
Yeah.
it just
Wait,
now.
Trini B. Woe 27 wants to know what's up with the chains. You explained
Like
it at
I
the top,
said, if you weren't paying earlier, not all heroes wear capes. Some wear chains.
whatever that means. Thank you, Cleo.
And I learned that Noah Bennett can upgrade his wife. Boom!
Oh!
Wife number 2.
I don't know,
Bennett-
though.
Noah
I think the
Bennett-
other one was hotter.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
I think
way.
what
Yeah.
we're missing
Upgrade.
is that Noah Bennett loves to be domesticated.
He really does.
He does.
Because he gets to choose everything, and every time he goes back to just a house with a wife.
There's no way he stays with his wife once he gets his memories back. He's definitely going to get a memory back, and something's going to happen where he's going to have to leave this
He's going
wife.
to go to his other wife. His first wife.
She died.
He's
She
got
did die.
wives everywhere. I'm telling you, this is what he's doing. This is his
He
real
has,
plan.
like-
He's
I
setting up wives.
I wanted him to get a hotter wife though. Like I was looking at her like, no, you can do better.
Oh,
buddy.
come on.
Yeah, I thought
She
that in
was
the first.
hot.
I'm
She
not-
looks nice.
This is
Oh, now
this is so
I'm turning
chauvinistic.
into-
We're getting chauvinistic here.
You know what? He loves her. Sorry.
All right, tell everyone where they could find you.
Oh, well, you guys can find me at Roxy Stryer, and I'm going to keep watching, and maybe I'll stop by the panel a little
Please
more
do.
often.
Yeah.
Please do, Roxy.
Very well, thanks for
Roxy, I
having
need
me.
my star.
Oh.
I need my star. Guys, you can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Khalil Boo Boo. If you're in LA, you can find me at Flappers October 2nd, day before my birthday. Bring me a gift.
You guys can find me at Steve Kaufman, KAUFMANN. I do a lot of shows here, tweet about them regularly.
Yes, and lastly, you can find me, Jonathan Mesa, at KaibaCat, KIBACAT, at KaibaCat, Instagram, Twitter, the whole shebang. I guess that's all the time we have for our first Heroes. I think that went too
Yes.
fast.
Heroes.
It did.
You guys. Well, we've got a lot coming up next week. Well, I guess we'll see you guys again.
Yeah,
My
thanks for
gosh.
joining us in the chat. I appreciate it.
thanks.
You guys were great.
Yeah, talk later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.